What's a job or profession you absolutely wouldn't do? Child welfare worker. My father did that as his third and final career and counted the days until he was eligible for retirement. He just couldn't stand it. He was providing a needed service for the community, but got no love from any of the other players. Kids hated him because he was removing them from their abusive parents. Parents hated him because he was taking their kids, however justified. Lawyers were endlessly attacking him, and judges liked to crap on the social worker. It's not as if the pay was any good either. That is a job I would never do. Underpaid, underappreciated, overworked, and overeducated. 4-year degree for $35k a year. This might not quite answer the question because it's a job that I've held previously, but I won't ever work in food service again under any circumstances. I wasted so much of my life grinding it out in restaurants. These last 2 years with the pandemic were the breaking point for a lot of food service workers, including myself. I just left too after killing myself for 10 years. It's an industry that preys on your passion until it destroys it. It's brainwashed everyone into believing that sacrificing everything for a minimum wage career is worth it because you love cooking baking. I'm done and have left with nothing but resentment. I will never work a call center again. I did it for 2 weeks and quit. You essentially cold call people, and they hate it. 90% of the time no one ever answers. 9% of people that do just yell obscenities at you, and the 1% that actually talks with you will hang up after finding out you're selling crap. It's just being paid to harass people. Hopefully the whole thing will die out as people answer calls from unknown numbers less and less. House mover. I freaking hate moving as it is, like with a fiery passion. No way in heck I'd move other people's crap all day long. Cleaning septic tanks. I don't know who does it, but Jesus frick. I salute those brave men for being able to do that kind of crap. The person who cleans the train track after someone's been hit by a train. Absolutely couldn't do it. Lots of respect to people who can. That's usually the police along with a crime scene cleaner. It's a shared thing. Being a police officer and got to help move dead bodies, parts of dead bodies a crap load. Now the blood and whatnot, that's all on the crime scene cleaners. I wouldn't do anything that if I screw up someone's life is screwed or dies. No law enforcement, medical whatever, driving, etc. I'm a developer and I make dozens of mistakes a day. Boss, I need you to develop a self-driving car. Janitor, senior care, sewage. Got nothing but respect for those that do, but just no. Food service. It doesn't matter if it's Burger Sling or McSnoots ultra fine dining. I've never met anyone that worked in food service and had good things to say about it. The drugs were nice. Sales that are advertised as customer care, informing, etc. I'll try sales, but don't try to sell it to me as something else. Looking at you. Every charity organization, cop or anything military. I'm the wrong person for it and I want nothing to do with it. Literally a lose-lose situation. Influencer. My private life is private. I was headhunted on Indeed to be an assistant director of admissions for an online college and agreed to a screening interview. I then did some googling and learned it was really selling admissions. I don't like sales jobs. When the recruiter called, she reluctantly confirmed it was mostly sales. I politely informed her that I wasn't interested. Proctologist. I don't even understand why someone would consciously choose that path while interning unless it comes with benefits greater than other specialties somehow. Once you're already dealing with the human body, the butthole is just another hole. Prison guard. You're in freaking prison all day. Without exception, everyone I've met who is a prison guard is a rude butthole. I know someone who went in all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed about changing the system from within, who is now a post-standard issue butthole prison guard. One of my wife's relatives is a prison guard. He is a super nice dude. We have even talked about what it is like. He says it isn't as bad as movies make it out to be. If you treat the inmates with respect, they usually do the same. Probably also doesn't hurt that this dude does not miss gym day. LOL. Window cleaner. I work on the 39th floor and see these guys, who are standing in a tiny little cage that can barely fit 2 people, clean my window. On their behalf, I spit my pants. There is insufficient money in the world. Carer or teacher for people with disabilities. My sister is non-verbal and has severe autism, and I see the stress my dad has to go through every day as her carer. It's heck for him due to the lack of control in his life, isolation and lack of time for friends and hobbies. No time with my mum. Looking after a physically aggressive naughty child who can't understand boundaries or concepts like waiting in a grown woman's body, but he does it because he loves her. I couldn't imagine doing it for strangers just for money and to earn a living. The nice thing about doing it for a living is that you get to go home, and it doesn't feel so personal if a student client is having a bad day. Therapist or any sort of mental health. I'm not cut out to listen to people and help them work through things. I'm too bossy. I want to tell them how to fix it and have them do it, not deconstruct their feelings and help them work their way to their own solution. I get clients who are very obviously in bad relationships or bad jobs, and I want to say quit or get out, but if I do that and it makes things worse, then technically I could be sued. Defense attorney. Everyone deserves a fair trial, but by God, some people and their actions are horrific. Massive props to the guys who do it. As a lawyer who wishes he'd gone to medical school, I'm surprised at how many doctorates I had to scroll past to find some permutation of lawyer. As fun as it sounds, a streamer or vlogger, yeah, they can make tons of money, but you're constantly on camera and have to watch every word you say. It takes the fun out of games if you're streaming that, because it makes it a job rather than a hobby, not to mention all of the ridiculous drama and rumors you have to deal with or dodge. Streaming is really only for people with a fun personality, otherwise it won't be fun, not to mention the possibility if you become popular enough to get doxxed or harassed by trolls. My pest removal guy crawled under my deck and then went in my scary basement. He was covered in spiders, so that I do not want to do that job. Farmer, you never stop working and are trapped in one place for 3/4 of the year. There is no such thing as overtime pay and against the law. Anything that involves public service, restaurants, call centers, customer service, salesmen, dealing with random people is heck. Funeral services. I got an interview and then the talk of the commission on coffins, etc. came up. I left. I just couldn't picture upselling death. I have an okay relationship with mortality and thought I would be good at helping people through a difficult time, but profiting off their love felt wrong to my core. Hairstylist. It combines fine motor skills and small talk, both things I'm terrible at, and the stress of someone flipping out over a haircut would ruin me. Anything to do with children, teacher, daycare worker, etc. I already can't deal with normal people, let alone a small, stupid, weird one. I'm a high school teacher, and trust me, the adults I have to deal with are way worse than the students. I get that it's not for everybody, though. Painter and decorator. I started trained to do it on the job and was good at it, but all around it's just a nightmare. The negatives just aren't worth it at all. Keeping in mind most of these are personal experiences and living in a rural community. 1. Work for someone, enjoy seeing them charge extortionate amounts of money and pay you minimum. 2. Dealing with a house which hasn't had TLC in years, good luck convincing the homeowners to let you buy the proper paint. 3. In relation to 2, enjoy letting the homeowners source their own paint, then throwing a hissy fit 12 months later when patches, stains, bleeding through, peeling WE starts occurring. 4. Enjoy having to do easy, simple repairs before you can paint, then enjoy local builders getting pee and telling everyone you're a jack of all trades. 5. Enjoy the gardeners, honestly frick gardeners when you're painting their boss's property. 6. Prep time is literally the worst. If you're doing it right, expect the prep to take up about 90% of the job time. 7. Working on a new build with the laborers, enjoy being hackled at because they think you earn more money than them. Also enjoy piece of food like bacon rind being thrown at you. Luckily this one isn't from personal exp. 8. Enjoy losing out on paydays at a time because the weather is crap so you can't work outside. 9. Speaking of weather, nothing is more heartbreaking than doing some glossing outside and unforecasted rain starts. That's an extra day of coming back, redoing the prep then repainting. 10. Hidden asbestos. That's a fun one. 11. By far my greatest way to pee me off and I'm never picking up a paintbrush again line. Freaking mates rates. Once people know you paint professional, it's regularly, "Oh mate, can you pop over and do this quick room for me, cash in hand?" Mates rates, yay. I've once given in and agreed to do it cheap for someone because I've known them since we were 4 and it was for her mother. Entire room, selling, patchwork, glossing, the works. Done it in 3 nights. Got paid £20. So I don't do mates rates anymore. In fact, when a master do it, I ask for the room dimensions and what quotes they've had so far. Then tell them that quote is cheap. I'd set you back plus pound symbol 200 on whatever the price because I do it properly. Anyways, that's my rant. Saw the question and it all came flashing back XD. High school teacher. Overeducated, underpaid, and massively disrespected by everyone. Students think they are so awesome when they actually know next to nothing. Administrators constantly throwing you under the bus. And parents treating you like less than crap. I'm a paramedic and I actively discourage anyone from doing this job. While it can be rewarding at times, it's not worth the crap we have to put up with. We are grossly underpaid for what we do. Touted as heroes by municipal government and our management, but are never treated as such. Vacation and time off constantly denied. Where I work, we do 12-hour shifts, but routinely work 13+ hours without any sort of break or downtime. Not to mention a lot of our patients are just plain unpleasant and demanding. Thanks to COVID and years of being underpaid and underappreciated, we are bleeding staff faster than we can hire. And the new hires are generally bottom of the barrel or had their education and ride out neutered because of COVID safety protocols. This job isn't worth it anymore, and until things change, no one should come into this profession. Waiter, servers, or anything serving the public food and or drinks. People are freaking animals at restaurants and bars. You're not a server, they treat you like you're their servant. People in hospitality are treated like crap, for no other reason than their job is to try and make you happy, so they don't yell back or call you out on your crap. I always felt so bad for servers on Sun for breakfast, lunch. I literally stopped going to places on Sundays. I find that people who are obnoxiously drunk are infinitely more respectful than the average Sunday church crowd. They are seriously, without a doubt, some of the most entitled, bigoted and disrespectful people God ever created. Honorable mention, nurses, especially Uriku and Niku etc, where you deal with a bunch of people every day who need urgent care or are stuck in the hospital for an extended stay, and you work 12s on a regular basis. Frick that, for so many reasons. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.